What is up, gang? It is I, Carlton Flowers, your crypto pro.
Yay!
And as promised, in this video, I will show you specific examples of my gap purchasing strategy. This is how I have plucked off items at the best possible price and lower than the floor price by using what I call this little trick of analyzing the gap. The gaps between the prices tell you everything that you need to know. All right, first of all, just to start off, I wanted to update you on the collection at this very point. Here is where I sit. I've got 691 collectibles, 804 comics, 23 full sets. And I'm still looking to add. I don't feel like I have enough. I don't feel like I'm a whale. I don't feel like I have enough grails, but I'm doing the best that I can with strategy 2.0 in stacking my favorite items and lucky enough to have a few of the nice grails. All right, so let's just move right on. I've got several screenshots. We're going to start off talking about an item that is on the radar that I haven't bought, and that's the Invisible Woman Secret Rare. Now, I've added in the 194 at the top of the screen there because it sold before I could get a screenshot. But in this analysis, let's just look at the gaps here. The lowest price after that 194 went was 200. So here we sat at 200, and then the next price going from 200 to 220, that is a gap of 20 gems. The next one is 15 gems, and then you're back up to 20 gems. And then you go all the way to 25 gems. So those are pretty wide, but then you saw it flattening off. And once it hit 194, the gaps between each one started to get smaller and smaller each time. And so I thought, well, the 194 might be that bottom price because people were trying to squeak in just ahead of the lowest listing. And sure enough, that came out to be true because the 194 was taken off the board. And now the best price is at the 200, which I'm probably gonna turn around and pick up. And this is one example of looking at those gaps because some people will jump in just below the floor value so they can be first in line to have their item visible for sale. Okay, so for the next example, let's look at Woody. All right, so with these prices we have here, let's just take note. 68 was the floor, and what do you see here? Repeating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 68. Then we only go up one gem to 69, then two gems to 70, then 750, and then or $70.50, and then 72. So we're closely spaced and everything is pretty equal after we have this repeated base level of 68. So when they're lined up like that, it says that it could go a little bit lower. And if you wait, you could probably get one at less than that low price where you see this repeating number of 68 right here all throughout. So that's what I did. So when I purchased my Woody, do I have a picture of it? Here we go, right here. And there it is. Somebody came in at 65.11 and there was one other at 65 even, okay? But this was the better number on this item, the number 5325. So I went ahead and bought it. And since then, we don't see any other listings that are at that price or less than 68. So it seems like the 65.11 was a somewhat desperate sale where someone was a little bit more motivated to leave 3 gems on the table and not list it at 67, but to dip it down far enough to get someone's attention and make that sale. Okay, let's go on to the next one, and I believe that is Supergirl. Let's pull this one up. All right, so on this chart, we see that I had to write in some prices again because I forgot to take the screenshot. But at any rate, 40 was the low price. So we had 2 listed at 40 and then 41, 42, 42, 42 stacked up pretty tight, 43.99, 43.99, 43.99. So all of the listings in this range were very tight. Then all of a sudden you had 3 come in at 35 gems, 35 gems, and 36 gems. So these 3 were the outliers. we had 3 desperate sellers who were looking to get the attention of the buyers. So I went ahead and I knocked off one at the 35 gem price and was happy to do that. And since then, what I've noticed is that there are no other listings below 40 gems. So right now, Supergirl is sitting at 40 at a basement barrel price of 40 gems. Now I've got 6 total in my stack. If we go back down to 35 or below, then I'll grab a couple more. I missed out on Superman. I'm not missing out on the next one to shoot to the moon. And I think Supergirl is going to do well because it's in the same general styling as Superman. And I just like the artwork and the happy smile. And just, this is a cute little pose. And I think that it's one that people will appreciate. So I went ahead and decided to start stacking this one up. Okay, the next one, pretty exciting, would be the Rewind Collective. Now, let me show you what happened here. This is pretty cool. As I started to look at this thing, because I told myself that if it ever went below 300 gems, I was going to get one. And then it went to 299 and it kept dropping. And I thought, well, I need to get it. And it was at 280. I said, I need to get it, but the gaps weren't looking right. Well, this sucker came all the way down to 159. And then there you see the gap from 159.99 to 172.50. Now, that would have been a good time to grab one. However, I thought, well, if we've got 3, I'm going to take my chances. I'm going to sleep on this. And if there's one of them left, I'll get it. But lo and behold, I woke up the next morning to somewhat of a surprise. And when I checked the price again, here is what I saw. Wow, 129. Now, this is an example of a desperate seller, okay? They don't care what the price is. They want to get something sold now. Whoops, I hit the wrong button there. They want to get this thing sold immediately. So they're going to undercut the floor from 129 to 158. That's ridiculous. That's like $40 cheaper, okay? $40 off of the floor price. There's no reason to give up that amount of gems to sell something. But when you see it happen and it's an item that is on your hit list, well, by goodness, you got to jump and get it. Now, these other items are still here with the 159. There's 2 of them left, and then you've got that gap to 172. So now would still be a good time to pick one of those up. But when you have patience and you wait, and you wait, and you wait, that's when you get these steals right here. Now, it doesn't always work out that way because sometimes when I see a desperate seller and I wait, it's gone. That happened on Invisible Woman. I missed the 192 gem listing and now it's sitting at 200. So I'm going to have to wait even longer. I've got that complete set and the first secret rare that I bought was at 600 gems, but that was several months ago and I bought it with inflated gems, leveraged gems. In other words, from gems that I got from selling items that had gone up 5x or 10x in price. So I was not hurt by buying that first one at 600, but now I'm buying with cash. So I have to wait until the price is right. Okay, what do we have left? Oh, okay, so we covered Supergirl, and I'm going to keep my eyes on Supergirl, and I'm going to increase that stack. That's why you see my little avatar here with the thumbs up. Supergirl is my pick, but these other ones are great too. I've got this one, okay, the classic one. I bought it at 191. It's less than my purchase price. It's down to 180. And in the last video, you saw me talking about Wonder Woman that is sitting at 22. We also have Mara sitting at 38. I bought one, I think, at 37, and it looks like that price is leveling off, but I don't want to stack that one. I'm happy with the one that I have. All right, last and definitely not least, let's move on to the hoverboards. Now, you see my little avatar giving the thumbs up at the No Tech, because I was stacking these before and I had bought all of mine at 12 and 13 gems. And when it shot up to 55, I sold it all the way down to 1. Well, guess what? I'm starting to buy them again. I had 2 and I started purchasing when it jumped down to 15. So today we looked at the price of No Tech and let's check out the gaps. We had a listing for 13 gems. Then we move up $1 whole to 14. And then it's 1450, 1457, 1458, 1460. See how tight these prices are? They're all tight, but the biggest gap was right there for the 13. So I jumped on that and picked it up. Now, it might be a while. It's still at a floor price of 14, but I'm going to wait. If we go down to 12, that's the next time that I'll start to pick it up. So I've got 3, and I want to take this stack back up to 5 or 6, but I'll be patient. If it doesn't come down that far, hey, I'm good. There's plenty of other things that I can stack. Okay, I think that I have covered it all. So that is the end of this report, and please, I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe to the Crypto Pro channel. And let me know if this information was helpful for you with your purchasing strategy. I forgot to mention that none of this is financial advice, but you know the drill. That's all I've got for now. This is Carlton, and I am out.